Zenshuu might just be the best new isekai out there, and it's thanks to its unique protagonist, peak animation, and one of the most refreshing takes in the isekai genre I've seen in a long time. So what is Zenshuu all about? Well, it follows our protagonist Natsuko Hirose, a girl who quickly flourished as an animator, being hailed as a genius director. However, while she was working on her next project, a romantic comedy, she hits this complete standstill and is unable to complete her storyboard, until she chokes on her meal and then wakes up in the world of her favorite childhood anime, A Tale of Perishing. In this world, Natsuko has the unique ability to summon things she draws in order to fight and defeat the world's voids. And let me tell you guys now, it sounds simple, but oh my god, was it an enjoyable and exciting journey. I mean, the only other isekais to truly keep me fully interested and entertained like this have been Re:Zero and Mushoku Tensei, and while Zenshuu certainly isn't on that level, it sure packs a punch in its own way. So what is it that makes me believe this could be the best new isekai? Well, as a whole, this was just an extremely solid anime. It was an original story that was unique and managed to stay consistent within its messages. It kept itself on track while having some great character development, awesome animation, an oddly satisfying fighting mechanic, and most importantly, a lovable main character. I mean, Natsuko is definitely one of my favorite female protagonists of all time now. Her character development throughout this series is just so satisfying, especially since this isekai did something that many other isekais don't do, and that's actually properly letting us see what she was like in Japan and how she became an animator in the first place. And honestly, that just made this feel even more rewarding to witness. The fact that she went from someone who comes across as rude and disrespectful into someone who really understands and values the importance of teamwork, friendship, and love, all thanks to this fantasy world, is just impressive. The way they wrote her character allows us to actually watch the progression of not only Natsuko, but the other characters around her as well, and it was just genuinely perfect. And while I'm speaking about the other characters, let me just say, these bunch of enjoyable little fuckers are the main reason this show is so fucking good. I mean, these characters were honestly just an amazing batch, and all of them are extremely lovable and enjoyable to watch, which is very important. I mean, I just feel like I've got to give massive props to MAPPA because they truly cooked with this anime. How they managed to find such a perfect, cozy family dynamic with lots of little bickering and cute moments, especially between Natsuko and Yunio, is honestly beyond me. And the friendships and the characters aren't even the only thing that they did really well in this anime, because they absolutely smashed the romance side of things in my opinion. I mean, I'll say it, I'm not that big on the idea of romance between Luke and Natsuko because I kind of want her for myself, but I'm gonna have to accept the L on this one because these two were just so perfect for each other. I mean, they both ended up being exactly what the other person was missing in their life, but it didn't feel forced at all, and that's when you know it's just good writing. We had Natsuko, who couldn't take her work to the next level because she'd never known love, and Luke, who couldn't move forward because he was caught up in the pain of his fallen comrades. But the answer to both their problems was simply just each other being themselves, vibing and looking good while doing it. Although I have to say it would be pretty hard for them not to look good while doing it, because once again, MAPPA did not disappoint with their production quality in this anime. Everything down from the designs, the fights, Natsuko's drawing animation, which genuinely made my jaw drop a little when I first saw it, by the way, were all just fucking amazing. But the episodes that really stood out for me were of course the final few episodes. I mean, some of that animation there was just slightly orgasmic. But with that being said, as you guys know, there's no anime out there aside from Bunny Girl Senpai that is actually perfect. Which means that despite me believing this could be the best new isekai anime, it does have some potential negatives. With the only issue I could really find is the fact that the story itself could have had a little more something to it, you know? Because even though it's definitely original and unique, and especially when you compare it to other isekai anime, the story is still not necessarily outstanding, and even though I personally had no issue with it, I can also see the potential for some people to maybe have an issue with it. So I do think it's important that I just mention that, you know? With that being said though, I think it's time that I answer the question all of you are thinking. If I truly think this is the best isekai anime, what would I rate it out of 10, and would I want a second season? And the answer to that is very simple. I'd give this anime an 8.8 out of 10, and I absolutely absolutely would want a second season, especially after seeing that ending clip. I think this anime is fully deserving of a rating of 8 to 9 out of 10 mark because I feel like it really achieved what it set out to do. It was unique, enjoyable, and a pleasure to watch, and I would seriously strongly recommend it to all of you watching this video. So please go and watch it if you haven't already, and if you have, then let me know in the comments what you thought about it because I would love to hear your thoughts. But unfortunately, that is the end of today's video, so make sure you smack that subscribe button, join my Discord in the description below, and as always, remember to feed your goldfish, pet your dog, and tell your family you love them. Peace the fuck out.